Good morning. Don't pay attention on my grammar. I am from China. I loaded our malicious program onto your system. Since that moment, I thiefed all confidential info on your system. Withal, I got slightly more compromising. The most entertaining evidence which I got, it's a videotape with your self-abusing. I put malware on a porn web page and then you downloaded it. The moment you decided with the video and clicked on a play button, my deleterious soft immediately loaded on your operating system. After adjusting, your camera made the record of you masturbating. In addition, malware saved the porn video you watched. In next week, my deleterious soft captured all your social and email contacts. If you want to eliminate all the compromising evidence, pay me 309 United States dollar in BTC cryptocurrency. Here is my Bitcoin address. You have 64 hours since now. If I receive transaction, I will eliminate the videotape in perpetuity. Differently, I will send the record to all your friends. Now, the funny thing is if you actually search up that Bitcoin address that's in this email, he actually received transactions. Welcome back, squad. Today we are going to dive into email scams, YouTube scams, email spoofing, and how to be safe with your communication, okay? Now, the other day I was actually dealing with a so-called YouTuber that wanted to add some more marketing or exposure to a coin called Dixicoin. Now, I'm kind of a community manager for that coin, and he came to the team and basically said that he would create a video and offer more exposure to the platform. So I talked to him in Discord, and he gave us some details about kind of what he does and how much it costs and so on and so forth. Now, let's dive into that so you guys can follow exactly what I'm talking about. So here we go. The YouTuber's name is Lewis Thomas. All right. Now, if you guys check out his YouTube page, he is a legitimate YouTuber. So he's here. He's valid. He's got 96,000 subs. And he seems to be doing pretty well so far, based on some of the content he's generating. So, okay, that checks out, right? Now, if we jump back in Discord, he says he charges $1,000 in Bitcoin to make a video about the project. Now, lots of YouTubers do reviews for coins, and they charge a certain amount for their videos. Now, personally, I charge like $50 or something like that for a review. I don't really charge anything crazy, but the reason why I'll review a project is again to offer that exposure. But I mean, even in some cases I'll do reviews for free if their project is really interesting and it aligns directly with my personal interests, right? Then I'll just do the review for free. But yeah, so anyways, he's saying he'll do the review for $1,000. The fee is up for negotiation, he's saying. And we asked him if he would take Dixicoin. He says, yeah, that's fine. And we offered him about $250. Then he says, okay, well, can you do $500? Right? And we said, yes, we can do $500, but you have to make the video first. Right? And you make the video first, and then we can kind of go from there. Now, I'll tell you guys the safest way that I do this. I'll make a video, say about Dixicoin or any other project. I'll make a video about it. Then I will show it to the person that is potentially paying me to do the review. And then if they're satisfied with it or they want to do further modifications, based on that, they'll pay me, and then I will publish the video on YouTube, right? Now, it's very important to know that my reviews are 100% honest. If somebody paid me $10,000 tomorrow, the review is still going to be the same. The review doesn't change. I'm not biased in my review. All my reviews are always 100% honest because my viewers have supported me from the ground up. So I have an obligation to provide factual information, right? So anyways, other YouTubers aren't like some of them aren't like that, some of them are. It really depends. Some of them will just take the money and then they'll talk a lot of good about the project and then that's it, right? So you got to be careful for those guys. But anyways, can you so he's saying, no, I'm not going to do it that way, right? He's like, you have to pay me a percent of Dixicoin or Bitcoin before I even start making the video. And now that screams scam, like, so fast, right? So he's saying, okay, give me some Bitcoin and then I'll start making the YouTube video, right? And we can't even verify that he actually is Lewis Thomas. There's no way to really verify who he actually is. And he says, okay, well, if you want a means of verification, I can send you an email from the email address in the About section on the YouTube channel. Right? Now, that is sketchy already. So if we go over, right, you can see his email, hello, lewis@outlook.com. Here's his email. So he would forward me an email from this address. And he's saying that verifies my identity. And I say, no, emails can be spoofed. I'm an information security analyst by trade, and I want you to edit your YouTube channel description and put my name in there. Put it in there for 5 minutes, show me that it's your channel and you have access to it. If you can put my name in the description field, then I know it's you. Right? So that's the thing. I want to see that. So any coin developers out there, if you're ever doing any work and you want to get a YouTuber for marketing or something like that, that is the best way to verify that they have access and permission on the YouTube channel itself. If they can modify the description of their YouTube channel, then you know that they can upload to said YouTube channel so that all their subscribers can review that content. So yeah, so emails can be spoofed, okay? And we're going to dive into that now as well. Okay, so here is an email which was sent to me from apparently the governor of Central Bank of Nigeria. Okay, now everybody gets these emails all the time and they scream scam, spam, email spoofing, all phishing, all that shit, right? So the subject for the email is, thank God I found you, please do not ignore. And what are we immediately going to do? We're going to ignore that email, right? We're not going to read this. So basically he's saying there was some payment notification or whatever, and we're going to break this down just to show you guys what a scam or an email spoof is in this case. Now check this out. He is saying that he's the governor of Central Bank of Nigeria. But if you look at this email address, the top level domain is a .jp, right? So at the end of this email address it says .jp, which stands for Japan, right? That's a top level name for Japan. Now if you're in Outlook, you can click the More Actions button here and view the message source. And in here, we can look at the header of the email itself and determine who sent the email. So received from www.699m.sakura.ne.jp, and this IP address is actually for an asset in Japan. So why? Okay, so before we even go back into the message header, why would the governor of Central Bank of Nigeria send his email communication through Japan and then to me? That sounds like, that screams information compromise. The Central Bank of Nigeria, if that exists, I don't, never researched it, I don't know. If it does, he's really, really foolish, because he shouldn't be transferring confidential information to Japan and then to me, because it can be compromised in Japan. Alright? It's not in his best interest, if you know what I mean. But we're just breaking this down as a proof of concept, okay? With basically any email, you can go ahead and you can view the message source. So if you're getting an email from Jeff, you can view the message source and see if it actually is coming from Jeff. Okay, so this is the point, and anyone can do this. Anyone has access to do this. Okay, so just scroll down a little, or scroll up a little bit here. You can see there's a reply to godwinemef111@gmail.com, and it's from Godwin with a Japanese top-level domain. So it's completely sketched. No one would ever reply to this. In fact, Outlook flags it as spam. So that's a solid indicator that email spoofing can occur. All you have to do is modify the envelope, and then theoretically the email can be sent as anybody's address in the face of the envelope. So if you wanted to send an email from my email address, technically you couldn't do it, but you can change what it looks like when this the person receives the email. So you could say email sent from that regular guy, but if we view the source, the header, like the message source, then we can see that it wasn't actually sent from me. Okay? So if anybody is ever trying to send you an email or an offer from my account, you can contact me on my YouTube page. You can send me an email, and I will totally take a look at it. And you can also see in my settings here, I'll put in my my Discord ID and everything like that, so you guys can track me that way. You know exactly what my Discord ID is. So anyways, guys, be careful out there with scammers, okay? Because they are everywhere, and they've been messing around with a lot of projects and just taking in these funds and running off with them. So again, if you are getting a YouTuber to do some marketing for your coin project, okay, make sure that they can modify and edit their YouTube channel description before you send them any funds at all. Because if you send them, say, 20%, they'll take that 20% and run. Just like Lewis Thomas here. After I told him, you know, I'm a YouTuber, I do information security, he didn't reply once, and he hasn't been online since. Okay? I totally caught that one on the quick. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and as always, if you guys have any questions, toss them in the description. I'm going to be making more content, and I'm also going to be giving away stuff later this month. It is happening, I promise. So again, thank you guys so much, and as always, stay regular.